Hey, what is going on, Slayers? This is Craig over here at Merchant Service Slayers. Just wanted to chat with you guys real quick about what I think is a super important topic, not just for salespeople, but also for entire sales organizations. Before I jump into that, though, if you guys like the content that we're providing out there, if you like this video, if you guys like what we're doing out there and you feel like we're bringing value to the industry, do us a favor, go ahead and click like, share, and subscribe. Right down there. Also do us a favor, ring that bell. That way you get notified every single time we're coming out with new content. That way you guys are in the know-how with what's going on with Merchant Service Slayers. All that crap aside now, guys, let's get rocking and rolling, okay? So today what I want to talk about is something called buyer persona. And, you know, if you've studied any type of marketing or any type of business, classes in, just in general, you probably know what a buyer persona is. If you don't, that's okay. And I want to show you first off what a buyer persona is, and then also how that can help you as the salesperson, and then also how that can help you as the ISO, okay? So first off, what a buyer persona is, a buyer persona is basically just you targeting who your actual buyer is. So for example, us over at our company, Go Free Payments, we target a lot of restaurants out there. So we have a buyer persona, let's call it Bob. And Bob owns Bob's Pizza, right? Now, that's not just the buyer persona right there, having someone that we know, his name's Bob and he owns a pizza place, right? It goes deeper than that, right? It goes into understanding some of Bob's challenges that he has, some of his motivations of why he got into business, some things that would make Bob's life easier on a day-to-day basis. It helps you figure out what Bob's pain points are, and exactly what you can provide to the table to help alleviate those pain points, to help get you a quicker sale, right? So it's more than just your normal, hey, I'm coming in there to save you money pitch, right? This is when you start actually understanding who you're selling to, and you start actually digging in on what you can do to provide value to them, opposed to just pitching them on price. Even though over at Go Free Payments, we do strictly cash discounting, that's inherently more expensive than what they're currently doing if you really think about it, right? And so why would Bob at Bob's Pizza spend more money with us? Well, we have reasons. We understand exactly what Bob needs at Bob's Pizza to make his life easier, his employees' lives easier, and everything run more smoothly at his business, to where, credit card processing, to where POS stations, to where stuff like that, it's not a problem for Bob, right? Now, the cool thing about what you can use this with as a salesperson is as a salesperson, if you understand who you're selling to and what their problems are, you can actually create your presentation around this. This is why when you've probably joined different sales organizations out there, they all have their pitch books. And if you utilize their pitch books properly, it probably worked really well when you used it. And when you didn't use it, you probably didn't get a deal. That's because a lot of these larger ISOs out there, larger organizations, understand the buyer that they're going after, and they understand what the pain points are for this individual and how to get this individual to buy today, right? And so it's very important to make sure that if you're with an independent sales organization that's not providing you with those tools, that you need to create them yourself. Think about this. Think about who you're targeting, what that individual's average pain points are, okay? Do they have problems keeping track of their employees' time clock? Do they have problems tracking their orders? Do they need more modifiers on their device? If they're a pizza place, for example, right? What exactly does this individual need? What do they want? What are their pain points? How do I help them attain that with my product, okay? Once you have that, you can go ahead and really take a look at your presentation or your pitch book, or if you don't have one, you can create one that's helped based around what's going to help Bob at Bob's Pizza. Again, that buyer persona, okay? One last description of it. Think about this. If you've ever felt like you personally had an advertisement speaking directly to you, you have been targeted with a buyer persona, okay? So keep that in mind. Best thing that I can tell you guys on how to figure out who your customer is look at your customer base, look at, what's closed to them in the past, and go ahead and start writing that stuff down and look for patterns, okay? Understand your customers, ask them questions. When you're out there prospecting, this is especially huge. If you're just entering into the industry, if maybe this is your first sales job, you have no idea who you're targeting or why you're targeting them or what's going to help them out, go out there and talk to people, okay? Your customers or your potential clients will tell you what they need in order to be sold if you listen to them. So if you go out there, you talk to them a little bit, you'll start to notice patterns out there. You'll start to notice certain people saying the same thing over and over and over again, and you can help them out with that. And that's going to also help you out in creating your presentation that's going to fit that buyer persona, okay? As far as ISOs go, this is massive for an organization. If you are running an ISO out there and you don't know who your customer is, then you're not going to be able to scale properly, right? You have to, as an organization, as leadership in your organization, look up at your portfolio, because you have a portfolio at this point, guaranteed. Look at your portfolio, look at who your customer base is. I would even have like a customer service team or a, kind of like a PR campaign ran to learn about why people switched over to you, what they like about you, what they dislike about you, and what would make their lives easier, right? Maybe even throw them like a $25 or $50 statement credit to answer the dumb questions, right? And if you don't have a customer service team, if you're not that big of an ISO yet, if you don't have a customer service team, or you don't have the labor that you can actually utilize for this, send out a mass blast of emails to them to where it shows, hey, look at, you 25% off your next bill or $100 off your next bill if you complete this questionnaire. That right there will help you get your buyer persona to where it's not going to just help you on the sales end, but if you know who your buyer is and you know exactly what their needs and what their wants are, that's going to help make it easier for your customer service team. That's going to help make it easier for your tech team. That's going to help make it easier for your operation. Literally everybody in the organization is going to be helped out by understanding who your buyer is, what their most common problems are, and how you as the organization can help alleviate those issues that they're running into. That's what a buyer persona is. Those are a couple of reasons why it's important to know who your buyers are and to create that individual that is your perfect customer. That's all I got for you guys. If you guys like this content, again, go ahead and like everything on this page. Just go through like every single video that we have on here. Share every single video. Get our names out there. Help us out, guys. We're helping you out. Remember, while you're out there in the field, ABC always be closing also. Have a great day, ladies and gents.